We're here. We got another big game this week. Glade Central coming in.
Yeah.
These are all playoff-like games, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we possibly could see these guys in the playoffs. They're in our region. 7-0 team on the road at Glade Central, so it should be a good environment.
So before we go into that, let's talk about last week. True North comes in 4 seconds away from winning that game. They score right there at the end. Yeah. What do you guys take away from that one?
Just can't let a good team make mistakes against a good team, and that's really all it was. We were in that game, the effort was there, so we weren't discouraged with anything. Our heads were held high at the end, and now it's just time to bounce back from that adversity and really see what our team's made of. Going into an undefeated team, we get to be that guy that upsets the undefeated team this week, so a little bit of a give back for us.
Absolutely. So I mentioned kind of playoff atmosphere coming into this game, and really it is. It's almost like a play-in game with us and Glade Central kind of right there in the regional rankings.
Yeah.
So what are we going to have to do tonight to get out of Glade with a win?
Yeah, just, don't let outside distractions be a distraction, right? We're going to be in an uncomfortable environment, but we thrive in being uncomfortable. Making them uncomfortable is what we really want to do. And again, we're going into hostile territory, and again, just blocking that out, do what we do best, really lean on our defense when we need it. We know Joe, we know Jai, we know Tristan, all those guys are going to get it done on the offensive side. So we're excited, got a great game plan going into it, but again, it's just kind of taking the crowd out of it early and then finishing that job.
Let's talk about a couple guys that have stood up the last couple of weeks. Who on that defense? We know Levi, and we know Darling and some of those guys that have had big games earlier this year. Who has stepped up the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Kosuke Nakata, he is just all over the field. He's playing offensive line now for us. We got a defense on defensive line. He's just all over the place. Another big one that's stepping up is Braden Simpson, true freshman coming in, getting significant minutes, making big time plays. He had an interception last game, and it's just been stacking days with him. Ryan Faisal's been coming in and doing great things. And, I can't speak highly enough about our secondary when, they're stepping up when we need them to. Fell a little short last week, but I got great confidence in them.
And then what about on the offensive side of the ball? Who's really made a name for themselves the last few weeks?
Yeah, my hat's off to the entire offense. I thought they played great last week. Joe did what Joe does. Jai did what Jai does. But again, Kosuke stepping up into that guard spot, really stepped up for us. Stephen Boylan's been getting better every single week. And again, just with a rotating offensive line, Tice had a big catch coming in. Matt had a big catch coming in. So it's nice to see everything just kind of clicking. But definitely some of those other guys coming in and really stepping up where we need them to go, especially now when we're getting ready for the playoffs. It's nice to see.
So tonight we'll play Glade Central. That's like I said, that's a big game for seeding, and then next week you got Archbishop McCarthy for senior night. What do these games do as you get ready for that playoff run? Yeah,
from here on out, True North, Glade Central, Archbishop McCarthy, they're all playoff level teams. So it's good for us to get these out of the way now, so we have a little bit of knowing, hey, how we're going to react in these types of games before we actually get to the playoffs. But again, it does have to do with seeding, so the more we win out, better chance we get of hosting a game, so we definitely want to try to win out here. And then, on top of that, we're going against really good competition. So going into hostile environments, having a team come up from Miami next week, again, with playoff implications on it, it's everything. So it's just a good chance to see how our culture and everything that we've done up to this point is really just going to flow into these next 2 weeks.
And last thing, you're a guy that's from the Glades. What does it feel like to go back to that area and coach a team where you grew up?
Yeah, I know the community out there. I love the Glades, and that's what it is. It's Friday night football, right? This week it'll be Thursday, but there won't be an empty seat there. It's going to be a great atmosphere, especially with Coach Omar. He's been doing a great job of building it back up, and I know the community's behind him. So it always means a lot going back out there where I was rooted when I played at Glades Day, and just going back out there because it is a special feeling. It's got that small town feel. You're out in the middle of the cane field, you're in the muck, and it's just a good place to have a good football game and really thrive.
You guys heard it. It's Thursday night football. It's going to be a great game tonight. You guys have a big part of that. Come on out, cheer these guys on. Let's get us to 8-1 and into the next week.
Yes, sir. Come out and support us.